think you lost your way. Turn back and be on your way. This is the village of the Sven tribe. Whatever you're looking for, you won't find it here. Listen, I don't know. I just have orders not to let anyone in. So unless you have real business here, go explore other parts of the swords. You should have led with that. Go on then, and keep it brief. Try not to get too comfortable.
And who might you be? Are you the messenger of the Stagfather, the one Glirna foretold? If she's right for once, well, that'd be a first. You're a little late, by the way. Can't you see? I won't speak of it further. Not with outsiders. See this? One of those bodies belongs to my son, Jens. He fought bravely, to the very end. May the ancestors grant him a place at their table. May the unrealm of the hunt show him mercy. It's a damn shame his god failed him. You just had to be stubborn, didn't you, kid? Hey, no point wasting breath. What's done is done. Most of the Svein tribe is gone. Ah, perhaps that's for the best. The last thing we need is another self-proclaimed prophet causing trouble. As you can see, I've got enough on my plate. I'm Barlam, the chieftain. Welcome to the Svinelands, for the tribe that's just ceased to exist. Let me guess. He wants to call the moot. He's been trying for years, and every time I've had to refuse. Not because I want to. I know the moot is sacred law. But above that law is my duty to protect the tribe. And as you can see, I've failed. The Svein tribe is gone. Not having a tribe is what's holding me back. Can you turn back time? Bring my people back to life? No? That's what I thought. I don't know you. And if Gerfan thinks I'll trust someone from outside the tribes on his word alone, he's showing weakness. Especially now. But I do have a solution. Find Kjell. If she vouches for you, I'll honor the voice of the tribe's request. And I'll let you help us, if that's even possible. She should be nearby. She'll have a task for you, something to prove you can be trusted. Once that's done, meet me here. Maybe then I'll share something more.
This isn't the best time to visit the village, but come in. If you need a healing potion or herbs, I can probably help. We're dealing with a curse. The Stagfather's curse? That damned crone brought it upon us, I'm sure of it. Our god has turned against us. He used to bless us with game, fruits and herbs, but not long ago, something possessed him. The hunters stopped returning from the woods, monsters started emerging from the forest, and it just kept getting worse. The witch condemned my husband to a fate worse than death. She said it was necessary, that it would fix everything. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be telling all this to a stranger, but I had to get it off my chest. Only if the gods themselves sent you, but I doubt that's the case. You could try speaking to Barlam, but I'm not sure he's in the mood to deal with an outsider right now. Glerna, the priestess of the Stagfather. I've lived 40 years, and for as long as I can remember, she's been as dry and wrinkled as an old parchment. She thinks she runs the village, not Barlam, and he lets her with all her spells and seals. We honor Mother too, but not as fervently as Thud, Ulfa, and certainly not like the Volker. Mother is the Mother Goddess, but we're closer to the Lord of the Hunt. Her ways of trying to keep the Stagfather at bay. Shame she doesn't use them on herself, only on my husband. I've said too much already. Forget it.
Don't know you. You looking to buy hides, meat, or something else? Oh, Sagar, a cook. The hunters bring me game, and I'll break it down into meat, hides, and bones. Cook the meat, tan the hides, use the bones to make tools and parts for weapons. All of it's for sale. If you want to survive out here, you use everything you got. Make yourself comfortable. This fiend, all known for the hunters. The chieftain is Barlam, and if the tribe survives, his son Vragi will probably take over. There, misspoke. Forget it.
Who are you? What you doing in my home? Oh, has Vesna finally gotten tired of waiting for me to move on and taking a new mother? Then what? Do you make a habit of walking into people's homes uninvited? You know, it would have been my right to kill you where you stand. Not that I can. Bloody useless as I am now. Fraggy, husband of Vesna. Her late husband, as you must have gathered. A thief's always this curious about who they're stealing from. Don't you have some looting to do while I sit here, stuck, glaring at you from the corner? I don't care what you are, just that you're still here for some reason. I died. I thought that was clear. I was hunting, followed tracks in the snow. They went on, and then vanished. I don't remember much after that. A bear. A bottomless, I don't know. Something with claws. The last thing I do remember is them tearing into my flesh, and the smell. Then, nothing. Well, there's a ritual every swine child must go through after their first hunt. We bind a part of ourselves to our first trophy, to mirror the first sacrifice ever made to the stag father. Mine was a wolf's fan. I wore it in a cord around my neck, but Vesna said I was burned without it. Must mean it's still out there somewhere. As long as it remains, so will I. No, I was focused on the tracks, and when I reached their end, I didn't have time to look around. Vesna knows. It's a search for the fan, but she's afraid the beast that killed me might have carried it away. You're a strange thief, aren't you? There's nothing I can give you that you just can't take for yourself. And I'd rather not owe you a debt. That might keep me here even longer. But Vesna might reward you. I'm sure she'd be happy to be rid of me at last. You'll have to talk to her anyway, since she's the only one who knows where to look for the trophy. When you find it, just toss it into a fire. May we all finally be free of each other. Aye, I do. I heard the dead screaming. None of them went peacefully. It's a dark day, but I don't feel all that much about it. I'm just glad Vesna is safe. I guess when you're dead, the world becomes a very small place. Bits and pieces. It feels like it was only yesterday, and yet somehow far away. Can you recall every little step you took this morning? Every word you said? Every passing thought? Because I can't. I remember the warmth of our bed, Vesna laughing, the sweetness of my morning porridge, and then the snow. The snow is where it all ends. I wonder if it's still out there, buried beneath the snow.
Outsider, you chose a bad time to wander through our lands. Tell me, do you hunt? That's how it should be. Treat your prey with respect. Never take more than you need. Not so hard, if you even know that much. Is it? Trying to understand. Someone's been hunting in our woods. Though, hunting isn't the right word. It's slaughter. They leave carcasses to rot, pierce the hides so they can't be used. I can't fathom it. No idea. Though, some of the stag fathers chosen fled the woods, might have even survived. They of all people should know the rules of the hunt. Wouldn't surprise me if they chose to ignore them. Wouldn't say no to that. Normally I'd go myself, but we still need to bury the dead, tend to the wounded. No time for hunting, not even for justice. Fine, bring me the head of that butcher, whoever it is, and I'll make sure you're rewarded. Oh, did you? And why were you in my house? I don't remember inviting you. You should count yourself lucky. You wouldn't be standing here if you were. Like he used to be. He may be different now, but I'm still proud to call myself his wife. If he told you that, then you must know why he can't. I know it's hard for him, being like that. But if that's what fate had in store for him, there must be a reason for it. Aye, you saw for yourself. A Savian's first trophy is a piece of their soul. Why would a soul be made to linger in this world for no reason? I don't. Why would I? I get to see him every day, talk to him every day. I get to keep him, in a way. Otherwise, there'd just be emptiness where he used to be. If you were in my place, would you want your beloved to disappear forever? It's easy for you to say, when you're not the one living through it. And for your sake, I hope you never have to. Carnvar, Kiel's man. He's the one who found Vragi. He's gone now too. He took me to the place where Vragi died, so I could search for the necklace. There was blood everywhere. Gods, so much of it. That's when it finally sank in. That's when I knew he was truly dead. And if I found that necklace, then he'd be gone for good. And I'd have nothing left of him. But he's not. Can't you see that? I've already lost most of my tribe. I can't lose him too. The silence alone would break me. You're right. I'm being cowardly and selfish. Not like the woman Vragi fell in love with. God help me. He should hate me for it. Here, this is the place. I can't bring myself to go there again, but maybe you can. If you find the trophy, I'd rather you brought it to me than destroyed it outright. But maybe that's just fear talking. Do what you think is right. Watch where you step.
You picked a damned bad time to show your face here. Outsiders in the village are rarely good news. But now, after what happened, don't you think we have enough trouble without you? Sure, that's what all outsiders say, until trouble finds them. Anyway, watch yourself. One wrong move, and you'll have more than just me to deal with. Our whole village will be on you. At least, what's left of us. What do you want? We haven't even buried the bodies yet, and you're already sniffing around. Here's some advice. It's not your business, so stay out of it. Well then, the two of you aren't talking. I don't know you, and I'm not vouching for you. The sooner you leave the village, the better. For you, and for... Wait, hold on. There is one thing you could help me with. One of our hunters went to the cave nearby, and hasn't returned. With everything that happened here, I forgot all about him. If you want to prove yourself, find out what happened to him. And don't come back empty-handed. Because someone has to stay here and keep an eye on suspicious strangers. Besides, I don't owe you an explanation. Are you going or not? Good. No. Sometimes we shoot them on sight. Especially if they look like Camelosian spies, showing up right when we're at our weakest. Find the tall rock and... Actually, never mind. No, I don't think you can. No need to linger.
A face I don't know, that's rare. Counting the years, naming the dead. Stones remember what we forget. Births, deaths, oaths taken, oaths broken. The things that matter more than whoever's shouting the loudest at the moment. Parchment rots, ink fades. Stone stays where you leave it. Even if the village burns, a stone half-buried will still speak if someone listens. Nothing is ever truly gone. You can chisel out a name, but the scar stays. Sometimes scars speak louder than the clean stone. Maybe, but carving is no small thing. Be careful of what you ask to leave behind. Oaths cost more than stone. Be sure before you bind yourself. What oath do you swear? Then the stone will set your mark deep, for hands you'll never see. Take care what you leave behind.
A stranger in my shop, eh? It should be closed after everything that happened here. I just happen to feel safest in this place. So if you want to buy something, I suppose I can trade with you. That's right, all crafted by my own hands. Don't look so surprised. Back in my day, it was nothing out of the ordinary. Everyone in the tribe had to know how to stitch leather, forge knives, and identify herbs. Survival basics. I've got more goods than there are people left in this village. And who knows what Barlam will decide after all this Stagfather mess we're in. Maybe a bit of coin will come in handy. And I must admit, I'm also somewhat curious about your presence, as it's been a long time since I last traded with someone from outside the Dalrita. Years have passed since one of your kind set foot in the village. Not anymore. It's been years since I last went hunting. Not that I don't want to. When you've spent as much time in the wilderness as I have, It becomes a part of you, but I just can't do it anymore. That I am. I could still outrun a deer if I had to, but it's not about my age. If I went hunting, I might end up falling prey to the hunger. Has anyone ever told you about the hunger? That's right. It's not an empty stomach. It's more like a state of mind. It's what happens to Sven hunters who spend too much time in the local woods. During long hunts, they soak up a bit of the weirdness. Not much, just a little trace. Not even enough to make you dizzy. But over the years they start to change, becoming more and more like the wild beasts they hunt. They turn violent, start attacking their own. In the end, they're a threat to the whole tribe. That's when they're cast out into the woods, and the rest of the hunters begin a ritual hunt to free them of the hunger and give them a good death. Aye, and it's not unfounded. The hunger awoke in my own brother. I did. He was 2 years older than me. Svalrik was his name, and he was a damn good hunter. Better than me, better than anyone I've ever seen. He could pick up a trail even if it was buried under 3 feet of snow. I still don't know how he managed that. No, nobody knew what was happening except us. One day he came back from a hunt. I looked him in the eyes, and I just knew. He never came back from the next one. He didn't want to force the tribe to hunt him. Didn't want to force me to hunt him. I doubt you'd be able to find my brother after all this time. Besides, the ritual hunt needs the mask of the Huntmaster. It's kept in the barrow of the Horned Shadow, where we lay our fallen hunters to rest. By wearing it, the leader of the hunt is supposed to gain the strength, agility, and experience of the hunters who came before. You can try, but no one's been in there for years. It's probably crawling with all kinds of beasts. So stay vigilant and come back in one piece. And thank you for doing this for me. And for Svalrik. Ah, so you've heard about that. Barlam must trust you. A lot of good warriors died fighting the monster the Stagfather became. Svaldir, Vraskin, Eardan. I was lucky to make it out alive. It's the kind of luck that would make you want to thank a god, if it weren't the same god you were fighting. In the old days, everyone was mostly on their own. You could only rely on your own wits and the strength of your hands. I think what matters more now is the tribe as a whole. You can rely on others more, rather than having to depend entirely on yourself. That has its pros and cons. A community gives you strength and a sense of security. But when you're spending a cold, lonely night in the wilderness, it doesn't help much. And that's what changed. Some of the tribesfolk started to behave like a hive and decided to free the Stagfather. It made no sense, considering what the Sven tribe stood for. That's true. A strong individual can survive in the wild, but without a tribe they won't build anything lasting. A tribe without strong people will fall apart quickly. It's good that you understand that. You have the wisdom of someone older. As you can see, I've got a wide selection here, so take your time and look around.
You came late. Some of us stayed. Most of us didn't. If you're looking for survivors, you won't find many. Our god rose and tore the ground open. Half the village went with him. Half stayed behind. Away forever. Into the lands of the eternal hunt. My sons are gone now. Both of them. I buried what I could, and the rest I left to the sky. Now I pray so that I remember how to live without them. I was raised to worship, not to cry. If a god calls you home, you answer. If he leaves you standing, you pray harder. I buried the bodies. I will mend the roof. I will plant what seed we have left. There's nothing else to do. May you find what you're looking for.
You smell of change, outsider. Good. Change is what our tribe desperately needs. Some roots reach too deep, grow too vast, and end up ruining everything. Atli, I'm Glearna's apprentice. One day, I'm meant to take her place, if the need ever arises. No, I have a feeling I'm about to lose everything. My tribe, my past, myself. The Stagfather tainted everything. Even the one thing I hoped would always remind me of where I came from. I am. My father was Svein, and I was given a Svein name. But my mother was Thewd. She brought me here when I was still an infant, told Glearna it was because I deserved to live my life wide awake, whatever that means, and then she left. Never came back. Yes, it was a tree. When I was 6, Glearna took me to a clearing and gave me a seed. She said my mother brought it from the Thewd lands, so I'd have something to remember where I came from. She helped me plant it, holding my tiny hands. Said it would grow with me. It got twisted. It's all wrong now. I wanted to fix it, but I can't even get close. It keeps bearing monsters, and I'm no warrior, only Glearna's apprentice. I'm afraid those things will come here one day, and this village can't take any more losses. Really? You would? Here, I created a sigil, but it has to be written in blood on the bark. It should stop the corruption, and maybe I can still heal it. Thank you. This means the world to me. In a way, she was never a mother to me, but she was there. She made me her apprentice. I could barely fit the pestle in my palm, and I was already crushing herbs, throwing them into potions. Glearna used to say my mother's blood was strong in me, that it made me the perfect successor, though I doubt that will ever happen. I think she'll outlive Avalon itself. It's hard to truly believe in something once you know it exists, isn't it? Do I think he's worth worshipping? I'm a Svein, first and foremost. I understand better than most what the forest gives us, but I also know what it can take. It's hard to blame a god for following the call of his nature. Not really. Glearna told me she saw her coming in the fire. She saw my name in the ashes that were scattered by the wind all over the village. That's how she knew she couldn't turn my mother away, and that my place was among the Svein. Only what everyone says, that they're good with magic, that they dream, and the dreams give them visions. I don't like dreaming. I don't know why. I have this feeling that one day I'll fall into a dream and never wake up. I prefer the bones. They don't lie, and they rarely demand more than I can give. Yes? Ah, of course. I should get back to my work. Be safe out there.
That's me. It's true. It's been a while since we last communicated. She must be wondering what's been going on with me. Well, she'll have to forgive me. My current work is far more important than my obligations to the Guild. That might sound arrogant, but it's the truth. Kind that could be a breakthrough for humanity's survival on Avalon. You really think Camelot can protect Avalon's people from the looming weirdness? Let me tell you this, Camelot cannot protect anyone. Its weakness, corruption, and subservience have doomed it. But the Dalriata, they are not inflicted by those flaws. I want to extract the essence of the tribe's nature, the very thing that makes them superior to all other inhabitants of Avalon. I'm certain it holds the key to survival. In the face of the looming catastrophe, should I care about cost? That's nonsense. The time for tallying costs is long behind us. Now we must focus on how to become strong enough to survive. Not on the weak, who will perish anyway. Will you help me with this? To create my formula, I need a substance that acts as... well... I won't get into the details. I need the slime of a giant snail. You can find them here in the Forlorn Swords. Of course, you won't get the slime without a fight. But I have a feeling that won't be a problem for you. Excellent. The sooner you complete this task, the sooner I can get back to work. Remember, what we're doing here will be remembered in Avalon's history.